I'm Ndahimana Jerome. I work for Rwanda Standard Board. As Olivier introduced, I'm acting on behalf of Division Manager of National Standard Division. It's a department within Rwanda Standard Board which deal with the development of standards. My special thanks goes to the schools. If it was not your schools, you could not be here. You are here because your schools facilitated your transport and allowed you to come to participate in this selection. And you are here because you have been the best student in the country. I think you can come yourselves. You are the best student in the country, especially in science and technology. I think you know how hard is that subject. And I thank you, all of you. Of course, your lecturer provided a good education, but also I think you have been very courageous. You have been zealous that you have been able to come in the first student in the country. This competition will be held in Korea. I think Olivier will provide more details. It's all about ICT. ICT, you understand, technology is there, telecommunication is there, science is there. And we believe that as you have been the best student here in the country, you will be able to pass this competition and be awarded as your colleague which participated in the previous years.
Thank you very much. As you said, I'm by the names of RSB, and so what do I understand by how standards can make Kigali a smart city? First of all, what is smart city? A smart city I understand as a city with smartness. Smartness which I define as the ability to boost economical, environmental, and health sectors. So how can standards boost the economical, environmental, and health sectors? So first, I would like to start by the definition of standards. Standards are the published documents which establish the specifications and procedures are designed to maximize the reliability of materials or products. So by this, I understand first by starting by the economical sector, how standards can boost it is economically when products have the standards. Maybe the example, like maybe cements have the standards that they have to undertake so that they can be allowed on the market. So if a cement is having better standards, better quality, it means that there is no building that's going to fall maybe under a certain years that they've given. So that means that there won't be wastage of rebuilding again. So it means that the building will reach the maximum years when you know it, and you are able to maybe construct any other one.
Standards in RSB mainly. You have a national standards division, and in that division there are 3 units, if I read well in the pamphlet. There is the food, chemistry, and environment unit. So the standards from that department will help in the health sector of our city. And in that, we will increase the aliveness, what I was talking about, the aliveness of our city, by providing good services in health, whereby people will be healthy, and then they will be working together to build a smart city.
So first, the question was, how can we use standards to keep our city smart, to have a smart city? Now, according to my perspective, I think a smart city is an area with technological advancement while maintaining the green areas so that for the enjoyment of people and keeping the city looking good. So in order to do this, I think one of the things is to create standards that put restrictions on pollution from industries, like things that produce fumes and destroy our environment. So by doing this, we must ensure that there is clean energy. Now the clean energy can only be given by renewable resources like solar and also hydroelectric power, which encourages clean. Now by encouraging clean energy, you can also discourage unclean energy, like for instance the industries that promote coal. Coal can be cheap, yes, and it helps in keeping the country developing since it is cheap, but in the long run coal is more expensive since you use more of it. So I believe it's better to discourage it by maybe imposing high taxes. You can also come up with efficient ways to dispose trash. Like there's trash around the city, like these companies that bring trucks to collect trash in our homes. You can encourage them and put standards on those companies. Let's say they can have very many lorries, like let's say a minimum of 500 lorries.
Our Kigali is improving some technologies and some views for the standardization. For example, our Kigali wants to build some developed builders, houses, roads. So Kigali, the standard will contribute to those Kigali's wish or vision in seeing the materials used. For example, the cement. Is it standard? For example, the doors they will use in making those buildings, they will see. For example, if you build without knowing that has a standard measurement, and you make a small door, and they come and see this doesn't fit into its purpose, they will cut off or broke down. So this will be wastage. They will contribute to the wastage. And you can see the investment that you have put on it, your money, the time used. So this is not good.
Okay, whenever they say a smart city, I think of Kigali, not New York or any other city, because this is a city that has been able to accomplish its objectives as quick as possible, smart objectives. So I consider smart objectives as those objectives planned according to standards. And those standards can only be smart when they are not biased or they're planned according to justice, and those standards really, as you say, they're planned by consensus, like people come and they discuss, I like it. So I consider them when they're really planned according to that intellectuality and they're really standards. So those standards will be able to make our Kigali smart, because if Yes, because they'll be able to reduce the cost, as you said. When things are planned according to standards, they're able to reduce the cost. And this will help Kigali to join those international trade, which will boost the development of the country. And hence, I would say that standards will develop good standards if we make our roads to be constructed according to standards. If they are constructed according to standards, they cannot be destroyed by anything like earthquake or what. It will be difficult. It might be, or it will be difficult, I believe.
When you gave us the question, I thought Kigali to be a smart city in mainly four aspects. And the first one, for Kigali to be a smart city, the people in it must be smart. And that, for people to be smart, they must have a good educational background and get good educational facilities, right? And that can only be achieved when the government sets rules and guidelines governing the education quality. For example, maybe the number of teachers to student ratio must be high. So their understanding boards must set the minimum teacher. Maybe they say for a certain school, the teacher to student ratio must be 14 students to 1 teacher. So to increase the education facility. And also I believe for people to be smart, because we are living in a fast developing world where technology is the ruler, people must be having an insight of technology. And I believe technology can be developed in the background. So in every school, Rwanda standard boards can say, maybe let's say in a school, every school must have internet connection, and at least a student be able to access the computer 3 times a week.
Amanota ya mbere bari bababwiye yari overall muri written, ariko twayazanye kuri 70%, dushyiraho na 30% kuri interview. So uwa mbere yabonye muri writing yagize 62.65, muri interview abona 21.5, which give us 84.15. Woni Ntwari Ivan Valerie niwe yabaye uwa mbere. Valerie kutishimye. Hanyuma wa kabiri yabaye Kamanda Ange Pascal yagize 55.3 in writing, agira 21 muri oral interview, abona total marks 76.3 from Gashora. Wa gatatu yabaye Shimwa Muhir Ben, muri writing yabonye 53.9, interview ubona ko yakoze neza yabonye 23, yaduhaye 76.9. New vision. Abandi nabo mwakoze neza biragaragara, ariko ya selection nanone ikigaruka idusaba batatu ba mbere, ngira ngo murabibonye batatu ba mbere ari bariya bazaduhagararira muri OLYMPIAD in Korea. Ni bariya batatu ba mbere, Ivan, Ange na Ben. Abandi mwakoze neza murabibona, ngira ngo si ngombwa ko nkomeza kubisoma. Murayabona cyangwa mbago? Murayabona. So mwebwe n'abandi bose tuzabaha certificate yuko mwaparticipatinze for recognition for your participation to this competition. Ariko the 3 first nibo bazaduhagararira muri Korea.